Napoli will off. Bombing will off. Local will off. Bon country will off. What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do? All right. You gotta change. Because you alone, your boss cannot cover the whole again. We're fighting for you. Equals our moment. Remember will win at the old battle the park. I will make up people for Kalusi. Hey, was a boom, and we did it. We are.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Kipmount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia. Good morning. Today is Friday, another edition of the General Show. I want to welcome you. And I've been up this morning where we're having a little problem with the internet service in Liberia. And since 2 hours ago, I've been trying for every time I've been on the phone with one of the managers, O'Neill Roberts, and the internet problem they're having right now, the provider, things are not. So we'll still have the show and people following, share the video. Share the video. We know campaign is on, and Sidiki will not be on here with me because Sidiki will be with his standard bearer today. He's going on another engagement. The campaign have started. We are doing the door-to-door. Other people want to follow, but they can't make it. Even President Weah himself want to do door-to-door right now, but he can never walk. Mr. Weah can never walk for 4 hours, not because he play football. Not everybody can do that because President Weah suffering from gout. His foot will give him that pride. We can't walk for that long. Alex Cummings, that's his own. He's good. And in fact, everybody around Mr. Cummings now they're complaining. But I wish I was there so I would join the group and to give the exercise you reduce. Like we still suffering how to reduce the stomach. But guys, and the campaign is on. Mr. Cummings is spreading the message. And don't forget, please, we will have a little short fundraiser today. And today is Friday. We got this thing here where ANC Global and is to protect your vote. It's all about protecting the vote. It's for the voters, the pool washer. It's for the pool washer. So please, every Friday, I got the thing up there. All you can do, please, we are appealing to you. I wish everybody would do the same thing. The Cash App is up there. It's $5 every Friday. And you can, if you want to do it $10, you want to do $7, you want to do whatsoever, that Cash App goes directly to ANC Global, this is strictly for pool washer. Listen, we are doing, let me tell you something. What I noticed, and I will tell you guys, we made a mistake because we think asking for money for election, oh, Mr. Cummings got a lot of money. It is not Mr. Cummings' responsibility, my people. It's not Mr. Cummings' responsibility. Because that is how corruption. Because if you allow a man to spend 100% of everything, then who you think is supposed to make the decision? Who you think is supposed to do whatsoever? That his money. He's not going to get it back. But when you allow him to do everything, then at the end of the day, it's useless, it's worthless. So when UP want to ask for money, it is their right to ask for money. CDC can ask for money, but because of Liberia, look at this wonderful country we're in. Every day, our mailbox, as if they know you, I will receive text signed by Joe Biden. I receive text signed by Barack Obama. They don't even know me. But while the end of the day, they say, can you chip $5? Can you chip in $3? Can you chip in $5? We will double it. All kinds of things. So, my Liberian people, we promised Mr. Cummings. ANC promised Mr. Cummings that they will vote 15% of the election cost. Pool washer is the most important thing. I was there in 2018. When my brother contested, I know what it takes as an independent candidate. We spent just for Monserrado alone, it cost us over $150,000. I'm telling you, that money came from his pocket. That money came from other people. That was not my money. That was not my money. Imagine you got almost almost 5,000. Imagine, okay, and pool washer in the area. Every pool washer had about three. You had two plus a supervisor in there. $10 per person. $10. Then you got to find food for them. You got to do a lot of stuff. So, my people, please, and this is what I want you to do. If you decide that you will chip in your $5 or $10, if there's anywhere you can make comment, just to say that because it came through me, the money is not coming to me. That cash app, I got nothing to do with it. It has nothing. It's the ANC Global. If you can make a note through the general show that that's where you're making a contribution so they can know who, because I hope everybody can do that. All the talk shows, we need money, my people. I've been saying this thing, but you know, sometimes people are afraid. Some of us we're so ashamed. Like a lot of time, and since one guy called me, she said, Muna, you need to do fundraiser for yourself. You go into the library, let's say I got my ticket, I got everything for myself. I got money to feed myself in Liberia. I got place to sleep in Liberia. But it still will not help him, because when I go to Liberia, I need data, I need telephone for people that would need to run around to polling centers to see they get the results. We're not just going to sit down. So I set my budget. I said, okay, well, I will eat $50 a day. It can take me through. If I can eat $50 a day, enjoy myself. And I can eat, maybe I will not finish at $50 a day, because maybe someday I will not touch it. If I say I want to eat $100 a day, it's up to me. But I'm going there on a purpose for a particular project, election. We're taking the risks. I'm telling you, this is one of the worst time in my family life. When the year my daughter, it was so embarrassing. My daughter, you know, the American children, they live here, they hear about Liberia, they listen. They listen. In fact, I was surprised for my daughter to tell me, oh, daddy, they said there's a coup in Africa. I said, which part of Africa? I was trying to test her. She said, oh, daddy, they had a military coup in Africa, and the Gabonese president, he was overthrown. And you go into Liberia? You know, they think this way. It's not an easy thing, my people. Let me tell you. We are taking a risk, but this is what we sign up for. Somebody must do it. Somebody, everybody going to die some kind of way. But when we're afraid, they say cowards die many times before their death. Even Liberians, friends, wondering why you going to Liberia? You know the election time. Why you going to Liberia? Why you go? You sure you going to Liberia? Listen, my people. I understand the concern, but the people that are there, I'm not better than them. I'm not going there to go on the beach. I'm not going there to go enjoy myself. When I time to go to Liberia for vacation, we'll go to Liberia for vacation. To go to live in Liberia, we'll live in Liberia. It's our country. That's our country. I think we stay out for so long and we think that there's nothing can happen in Liberia. But I'm telling you, Liberia is what we have. It is not a mistake. God never made a mistake. So today, please, I am appealing to you. It's every Friday. Take this information. Keep it. You can send a cash app to the ANC Global. You got the $ and you got ANC Global. That's it. ANC Global. Please let me just push that. It's the cash app. $ ANC Global. That's it. Zelle. You got the ANC Global. You got the ANC.global.org at gmail.com. Still go to ANC. Please, we are appealing to you. That money is not going to me. And also, don't forget now, you can also contribute to the general show. You can also, let me put what, because somebody asked me the same question concerning and our stuff. You can still make a contribution to this one. It's for us. It's the general show. Your contribution will help. Cash App or Zelle is 267-702-7967. 267-702-7967. So keep that. And I hope Sis Wanga is watching. And I want to say thanks to everyone who been supporting the general show. It's just something that you can't even call names. Not everybody who named I can call. There are people who have given me more, even to purchase the boost for the communication boys behind Mr. Cummings. Someone purchased boost, and Arthur Dennis sent me $50 yesterday, and Sis Taylor sent me another $50 a day for yesterday, so $100. Sometimes Sis Marilla Moore was chip in, and Rebecca, they got. I can't. No, let me just take it easy. I can't just be calling name because some people don't want me to call her name. There's another strong lady. She's always watching, but please, hopefully, I'll be leaving from out of here after 2 weeks. In September, I'll be out of here. So we got a lot of stuff to do. We got a lot of work to do. Yesterday, Mr. Cummings was in District 8 and District 17, and Siddiqui was talking to me. We're on live camera. While talking, Adolf was there. They were all tired, sweating. Adolf said, listen, my brother, let me tell you the real truth, Mona. I'm going to be honest to you. Please, we need you on the ground. I started laughing. I said, listen, I'm not the only man. He said, listen, you won't believe it. We need more manpower. We need more people. If you go to Liberia, I saw Sis Gifty Brown in Liberia. She was all the way in Bon County there doing her thing, mobilizing. They got a lot of Liberians who are not going to Liberia, but they are mobilizing. There's another lady, what her name? She got a group and she's doing everything for them in Liberia. This time around, we got committed people. Some people say, oh, we don't have t-shirts, we don't have this. And one Reverend Fred got people over there that he's sending money to, they helping. Look, I will be honest with you, we will win this election. Let them overlook us. Let them take us to be the underdog. Let them call our names. Let them say we're not doing nothing. Do not be distracted. Do not be distracted. We are going. Mr. Cummings is the message is going over. It worked for him 2017. That is how people saw him, and it's working. Look, we've been doing the work. Let me tell you the real truth. It's paying off now. When you hear people calling you and say, "Oh, we see ANC in our community," that's a good sign because they're expecting ANC. People are begging for it. But let me tell you this thing today. I'm sorry we're not on radio, but everybody complain about t-shirt. Ask yourself this question: how many t-shirts you think we're supposed to give everyone? They gave you one t-shirt, one. I believe the t-shirt is supposed to be worn at a program or a rally. They give you one t-shirt. When you go home, you're going to wash the t-shirt and wear it the next day. We can give you 5 t-shirts. We can give you t-shirts to wear every campaign. So even the foot soldiers, people that are going around, let me tell you the real thing. If anybody want to complain, maybe a badge or button that you can switch from one shirt to another shirt. That is why I'm concentrating on that little button with the standard bearer and the vice standard bearer picture on it. Because we gave you one t-shirt. They gave everybody one t-shirt, one t-shirt. We can give you 5. We cannot give you 5 t-shirts. We cannot give you 6 t-shirts, 10 t-shirts. Imagine 2 months campaigning. Right now we got, and it's what, 39 days to go. We got 39 days to go. So after the campaign, you walk around the whole day, you sweating, you go home, you wash your t-shirt. By the time the election day, kind of t-shirt neck will be on your shoulder. It will be hanging over your face, because the t-shirt now of genuine is now good t-shirts. So for me, I'm going to Liberia. I'm taking my own t-shirt. I will be carrying t-shirt like this. So these kind of good t-shirts, these are good t-shirts. These t-shirts that's a t-shirt that I spend money for. I won't wear it for myself. I might end up leaving with somebody, but everybody cry for t-shirt. At the end of the day, your partisan got 4, 5, 6 t-shirts with different partisan and parties, because everybody want t-shirt in Liberia. But ask the question: how many t-shirts you think I will give you? Can t-shirt put food on your table? Everybody want t-shirt, but we need to educate our people. T-shirt is not it's not a priority. I believe, yes, if we had him having a rally and people showing up in the t-shirt, perfect. But we gave you one t-shirt and a cap. You will wear it 24/7. Then I will question you. You just wear the same t-shirt over and over. You go, you wash it. So some of us, we stay carrying. Okay, let me say I'll use 5 t-shirts for myself. Maybe I use 5, or so I get 7 t-shirts that I will wear one every day. It will be hard for the t-shirt to spoil, because guess what? I wear one today, one tomorrow. Then by the time Sunday and Monday to start the new week, because in Liberia, one thing I miss in Liberia, you can't even wash your own clothes in Liberia. By the time I will go with that t-shirt, I won't get it. The person will wash it. By the time I look, they will press it, they fold it, they put it down. Monday come, I put the same one on, or the one that I started from Wednesday, I'll wear again. You'll not even notice it. It will still be nice. But imagine one t-shirt, one little t-shirt. You watch it, when you get home, you wash it, you dry it in the night. Then you put it on the next day. So the children are suffering. They think about walking around with the picture of Mr. Cummings, and it's a good thing. But how many t-shirts that you have? How many? I see people wear party t-shirt 24/7. So guys, please start to make a contribution. Share the video. Don't be distracted. See them all asking for money now. But they won't be, because of the government, they're using government money because they're happy they did it before. They did it before. And let me say this. I plan to go for break upon break to play the Prince Johnson tape. Let me tell you something. I listen to a lot of talk show, and I listen to people from the other side, my UP brothers and sisters. I listen to some good members of UP who condemned the message from Prince Johnson. This is what they've been saying. Prince Johnson, he said Nima will win. We got everybody on our side. That's the best time. I heard this boy arguing. Oh yes, Prince Johnson supported Madam Salif. Yes. But what Madam Salif did to Prince Johnson, Madam Salif kept Prince Johnson distant. She never brought Prince Johnson closer to her. President Weah, Mr. Prince Johnson supported President Weah. What President Weah did, he kept him distant until Prince Johnson started to complain. Oh, I can see the president and all kinds of things. This and that. They kept him from a distance. This is the closest that Prince Johnson ever reached. This will be the closer one to power. And that is why, listen, when he ran Madame Salif's campaign, he never told the people that this is our time. He never said it. He himself ran for president. He never said, oh, we got everything that we're supporting George Weah. But because Jeremiah Kun going as vice president to Madam Mr. Bwaka, and this thing was plain. He looked at Mr. Cummings, he looked at everybody and wake up. He said the easy way, the shortcut to the presidency is to go with Mr. Joseph Bwaka. The other guy on closing argument said, well, Mr. Prince Johnson said the old man old. He never said the man sick. He said the man old. That's true. But this was the same Prince Johnson who spoke the other day when he was supporting Mr. Bwaka and Mr. Weah. He said Mr. Bwaka is ungrateful. He said Mr. Bwaka almost died, and Mr. Weah is the one who rescued him by sending him abroad to put pacemaker from the mouth of Prince Johnson. Then the vice standard bearer said, Mr. Bwaka is old. As time goes by, his brain is going down the drain. He cannot think for himself. So he believed that Mr. Bwaka cannot run for president 2023 from the mouth of Jeremiah Kun. But this is the whole thing. We are not worried about Mr. Bwaka. We are not worried about Mr. Bwaka, whether he will pass out or whatsoever. This is what people worry about. This is what we worry about. He made it clear. But he couldn't tell you that Mr. Bwaka is sick. He said Mr. Bwaka is old. He won't be able to do anything because they know which is truth. The bulk of the work will be done by Jeremiah Kun. So, Jeremiah Kun will be the next president. And guess, listen to this. Who is Prince Johnson? Prince Johnson is a notorious killer. Prince Johnson killed the former president of Liberia publicly. Cut his ears, cut him piece, and pretend as if they bury him. We never saw the body today. Nobody ever see the body. Even the family of President Doe never saw that body. He's noted for that. Now, this is our fear. Jeremiah Kun, vice president. Prince Johnson is just a heartbeat away. Jeremiah Kun, his godfather, political godfather, is Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson would organize a death squad that will go after every politician in Liberia who will try to challenge Mr. Bwaka or Jeremiah Kun. And he will sit as a senator and pretend that nothing going on, and people will go to your house. Mr. Cummings will run from the country. Mr. Costa will be the first person they're going to grab first. Hang his nuts up on Broad Street. Lot of opposition because these guys don't want any competition. And y'all were listening to the tape. I know some of y'all heard the tape already. He said, 6 months I've been working the phone, making sure I push Yombi Kanga, I push Henry Costa, just to make sure that Jeremiah Kun go as the VP to this man. That's the wicked links. He saw the vulnerability. He saw it. So who made a decision for Jeremiah Kun? It was Prince Johnson. It was Prince Johnson who called Mr. Bwaka and said, I will give you Jeremiah Kun so you can win Nima County. And the old man look at it for long and say, okay, look, Mr. Cummings was never greeted. If Mr. Cummings was greeted, he was going to close his eyes to take Jeremiah Kun upon anything secret. Mr. Kun was willing to go with Mr. Cummings. And if Mr. Cummings was greeted, he was just going to tell Mr. Prince Johnson, say, no problem. I will sit with you. I will talk to you. Upon this, I will talk to you if Mr. Cummings was desperate. Looking at Nima County. Looking at Nima County. Mr. Kun is a puppet. His puppet master is Mr. Prince Johnson. Mr. Kun made it clear, I need the blessing of Prince Johnson if I will go. But nobody need the blessing of Prince Johnson. Nobody, a good leader. I don't know why people look at Prince Johnson as if he's all that. He's all that. As all the way President Weah was popular in Monserrado County. I went to Liberia 2018. I said, listen, Monserrado is not owned by President Weah. It's not. Everybody has the time. Everybody's time is the time. Eh? What Prince Johnson has done for the people in Nima County. When you listen to Prince Johnson, he spoke Gio. If anybody watching me, I need for someone to interpret the Gio that he spoke. Prince Johnson is not concerned about the man of people. He concerned about the Gio man being president. So even the man of man in Nima County will suffer. The man of man in Nima County, Tier 1 Gongo, all of them will be in trouble. Prince Johnson, look, it hurts him so much, but he can't do anything because he's just an ordinary senator. He wish he was in power, that he could just send people to your house and get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Prince Johnson got rid of a lot of people from the Mano tribe, from the Mano side. You see that? So he begged them, oh, this is our time. This is our time. That's the way. He said it to already. This is our chance. This is how we'll be. That is shortcut he's looking at. Imagine Prince Johnson, his godson is the president of Liberia, Jeremiah Kun. Prince Johnson was controlling him. Look, if Prince Johnson was not up for re-election, he don't give a damn whether he on sanction or not. He will run for president on the MDR ticket, just so he will be a broker in the second round to get some money. This is what the man been doing all the time. This is what he been doing. So you see that? But because he was going for re-election, he said, oh, I'm not going to run because this election we seated at what he said. So what he did, he put Jeremiah Kun in there as a bait. He noticed that why he left George Weah. He left George Weah because of the contact between he and George Weah. That's all he left George Weah for. He left George Weah because he never had that closeness. But George Weah himself a friend of Prince Johnson. Ellen Johnson was a friend of Prince Johnson. But only Mr. Bwaka who said, I'd rather dance with the devil to win at all costs. Look, there's an interview going around with Mr. Bwaka in Ghana. I want you to listen to the interview and listen to Mr. Bwaka interview in Liberia. You will see the differences between them. Mr. Bwaka portrayed himself as if he was so good person and whatsoever. And when he come to Liberia, he can't even answer a question because he know that we're listening to him. He on that side, he's trying to make it look that he is the savior. He is the one the people looking up to. And when you listen to people ask the question, they try to tell you, say, my brother, you're too old for this thing. If a lady say, are you sick? Are you okay? Do I know that someone who's sick? But what's the whole interview? We want to see that interview. I just want to see that little piece. Do I know that someone who's sick? Even if a journalist asks a question, the question is stupid. What brought the question on, are you sick? Are you okay? Because they were standing up. Words they want to see. UP, you gotta be off, you gotta be okay with us. He's a public figure, whether you like it or not. Now, let us listen to the Prince Johnson tape again. I want you to listen to it and see and listen what Prince Johnson said. And also we added the other tape with Jeremiah Kun. So let us listen to this, please.
What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do? All right. You gotta change. Because you alone, your boss cannot cover the whole bed again. We're fighting for you. Equals our moment. Remember when we have the old battle the park. Abu make up people at Kokaruzi. Hey, was a boom, and we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, or it will be good for you. We are turning to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then that Kun will be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. But I want you to be careful. We are fighting for Nimakan. Ephesians 6:8. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 8. They say, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you. Because God knows that people you do good to are the very people sometimes who can stab you. So the Lord said, I will take care of it. So for the sake of our country, this man is now this. I went through night, sleepless night. I suffered day and night for 4-5 months, making the arrangement. They put Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa there. Today, they push everybody one side and take Kun. Ephesians 6:8.
I know few days ago, I think I had a...
So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. I'm buying him pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. Find some.
Thank you. You listen to this yourself. He said it took me 6 months. I couldn't sleep. Just this thing will happen. I don't understand what he said in Gio. But Prince Johnson is not concerned about the man of people. He's concerned about the Gio trap coming to power. But what you guys don't get, who is Prince Johnson? Some people say, oh, when Prince Johnson was supporting President Weah, nobody said nothing about it. That's true. Well, what President Weah did to Prince Johnson, he kept Prince Johnson far from him. When Ellen Johnson was supporting when Prince Johnson supported Ellen Johnson, what she did to him, she kept him far off. This is the closer that Prince Johnson has ever came to a candidate. And UP has a plan for Prince Johnson that when they win, they can subdue him. If possible, they will arrest him. But Prince Johnson too got a plan. That was a telephone conversation. It was not a group. This guy gave Prince Johnson a hard time. He's on the radio. He's not a supporter of Prince Johnson, neither the UP. He's not. But Prince Johnson was talking to him and said, oh, you always on my back and this and that. And the boy recorded it. But it is scary. Let us say this. Jeremiah Kun will do all the work. The same Prince Johnson told us that the old man, this and that. But he said the man old. They got other older people who stay strong. They got a lot of older people. I can remember who know Dr. Tipo and Father Tipo. The last time I saw Father Tipo, I was at Labor Ministry. He came there. He was 78 years old. I think he's dead now. I don't know if Father Tipo is dead. He was 78 years old. It was 1998. 98 is somebody get 98, yes. I was at labor ministry at the time. When I saw this, everybody followed people. I say, you could see this man, healthy, 78. When I meant say he was 78 years, so everybody shocked. He was strong. Not everybody in that age. Look at Tipote. Tipote today, look at him. Anybody see Tipote? Yes, he's getting older, but he still looks stronger. But Prince Johnson is saying that the old man is old. He can't do that because Prince Johnson know the old man quick to sleep. He quick to sleep. Some people say when we talk Mr. Bwaka, then the people will be in sympathy with Bwaka. That's a big LIE, that lie. That's a lie. We will say it now, so tomorrow will be vindicated. Mr. Bwaka is not going to win the election. So UP will not win this election. UP will not come to power. CDC will not remain in power. We will have a new government. Alex Cummings will be the next president of Liberia. The work that he's doing, he will be the next president of Liberia. Whatever you put in is what you will get. The same way Prince Johnson and believe in the Bible. Mr. Bwaka is a deacon. Mr. Weah is a pastor and whatsoever. The Bible tells me that whatever you put in, what you sow is what you will reap. Work when it is day. When night cometh, you might not be able to work. Mr. Cummings have been working. This is the longest campaign in Liberia. Mr. Cummings have changed the way politics is done in Liberia. Mr. Cummings went back to reintroduce himself to Liberian people. He's the first candidate in Liberia who, after the election, went back to everywhere he ever passed to campaign to tell the people thank you. He went to Maryland, he went to Sano, River G, he went all over. In fact, you remember in Maryland, he said, oh, Mr. Cummings, yes, that's true, we never voted for you, but we want you to run for senator for Maryland. The first thing man said, you want me to run for senator for Maryland. I even win the county during the general election. How many politicians can say that? How many politicians can tell you that? He said, I even win this county. I came second. Then you want me to come and run for the county. And the fact of the matter is that people don't understand Mr. Cummings don't live in Maryland. Yes, his father from Maryland, but he don't live there. You know what I'm saying? And two, Mr. Cummings running for Senate, he will win any county. Even Mr. Cummings want to run in Lofa County, he will win. The laws of Liberia, you must live in a county for 1 year and you can run for the senator. Because you know I say he will win? Money. Mr. Cummings got money to finance his own campaign if he's running for representative or Senate. If you want to run for Senate from Maryland County, all Mr. Cummings need to do, how many cars Mr. Cummings have purchased for ANC? Mr. Cummings take 10 cars, 20 cars and put it in Maryland County, he will win. He take 100 motorbikes, he put it in Maryland County, he take care of the people, they will vote for him. Because the country is corrupt and everybody, that's all they want to see. So when people talking about you can't win, Mr. Cummings is running for president. And if Mr. Cummings was to run for senator, he wins, he will have to forfeit everything. What is the benefit of being a senator when you cannot even make the difference? You already retired. God bless you. You got money. You got everything for your grandchildren. You can sit down now and write any kind of check. You make millions. Mr. Cummings is a millionaire, according to what I see. He's a millionaire. So why should Mr. Cummings run for a Senate in Liberia, or millionaire, or man who don't even want the salary? The president's salary, he still don't want it. He drives the best car in the world that any millionaire will want. He got a Mercedes, the biggest one. He got a house. He has people work for him. Senators begging him for money. People who in the Senate today who won, they beg him for money and he gave them thousands of dollars. Then you want him to run for Senate? To do what? Or to be Senate President pro tem? That he will, because they will look at him like this guy with the money. But do you know what he'll be losing? He will have to forfeit everything that he get out of, because his mind, he believes that when you are about to serve the people, you cannot do your personal business at the same time. That is why Mr. Cummings was with Coca-Cola. You cannot be with Coca-Cola and get into politics. Go and check it up yourself. Nobody into Coca-Cola who are active politicians. No. Coca-Cola do not give money to politicians. Go and check it out yourself. Coca-Cola can do all the things. You will see all companies here, some of them giving money to politicians in America. Coca-Cola will not take the money and give it to politicians. They don't do it. So if you're an executive and you decide to get into politics, you have to leave Coca-Cola. My Liberian people, let me tell you today. So that is why Mr. Cummings, when Mr. Cummings was leaving Coca-Cola in 2016, that is when he decided to say, listen, it's time to open my foundation. Mr. Cummings was concerned about the Africare. It was organized by Coca-Cola to help Coca-Cola employees, their family, and their family. People who was at that time AIDS were all over the place. People from Liberia benefited from it. People that work with Coca-Cola culture, they benefited. And when I hear Liberians talking, oh, Mr. Cummings, where with Coca-Cola, why he employ Liberians? And the people that say anything are educated people, stupid people. Mr. Cummings buying Coca-Cola, he buying own it, he brother is nobody, they're not Liberian company. He worked his way out. They had other Liberians. Even president, they still got Liberians working there. They should come and announce it to you. And they got people, I know a man who worked with Coca-Cola, a big guy, but he would not talk about politics in Liberia. But beyond the scene, he can talk, but he cannot talk about politics publicly and be working with Coca-Cola. No way, you can't do it. My Liberian people, Mr. Cummings went around, he talked to people. He reintroduced himself. After 3 years, they caught themselves and said, this guy here doing some things. So this guy too serious. They got taking this president here business. Mr. Cummings too serious. This guy can make it. This guy transformed the entire CPP. This man, imagine Euro was chairman. When Cummings became chairman, Cummings talked to the Liberian Business Association and Chamber of Commerce. He had meetings with us all group, different groups. Mr. Cummings was having meeting. Other than God concerned, they say, they man too serious. By the time you said to Mr. Cummings to talk, Mr. Cummings will pick up pen and paper. The president business is a serious business. It is a serious business. Somebody said that Mr. Ure regretted why he never stood by Mr. Cummings as a businessman. Business built the country. Government supposed to be small. Government cannot get the highest employees. If you get a country where 60% of your budget goes to salary, what the hell are you going to do with education and agriculture and whatsoever? I talk about Mr. Cummings now. I want you to listen to Mr. Bwaka interview. They say Mr. Bwaka should give details of AREST. He said, oh, a good I never added a second arrow because people would think it would sound like a rest. And he said, oh, yes, the agriculture and what I did. And agriculture, we got to invest in agriculture. Is that the details we're talking about? You say you're agriculturalist. Why he gave his agriculture plans? What are some of the agricultures that agriculture or different that you guys know what I'm talking about? Roads. We need important road, economic road, and road to farm, and this and that. We need roads. Then he said, education. Our children got to be educated. Our children got to go to school. Got to make sure. What type of education? I listened to that thing to hear if Mr. Bwaka was going to even utter the word teachers training. No. Our poor need to go to school. We need to educate the young children. Okay. We talk about sanitation. What about health? Sanitation is for cleaning up. Clean the place. We all know that Liberia need to be clean. Sanitation is not an agenda. No, I believe it's not. The government responsibility to make sure that the damn country is free of typhoid or diarrhea and whatsoever. That is not nothing. So what you do, you put everything on our health. When you put everything on our health, that means you're talking about primary health care. You're talking about and different health thing. Sanitation come in there. You need to clean your environment so you can't get sick, and you start to advertise and tell people what to do. And tourism is part of job creation. Tourism, yes. Which type of tourism? Ecotourism, which one? Oh, you know, we got long beaches and you make money, people come to Liberia. Listen, my people, man. I don't care if Mr. Bwaka is sick or he's not sick, but Bwaka is not up to the task. Bwaka is not up to the task. He's not the type of leader that will change Liberia. He has a zero contact. He cannot change Liberia. The people who are surrounding him, is no help. They lie. We know them. They are all in the pockets of other politicians. But we want a real change. We want a real change in Liberia. So you see, why we're afraid? Because Mr. Bwaka, he can still live for the next 6 years if he became president. But Prince Johnson and Jeremiah Kun will be doing the dirty work for him. Mr. Bwaka, quick to get mad. He proved it on LBS the other day. They had to walk him out of there because people were asking the same question over and over about his age. What about Mr. Cummings, who been asking the same question? Are you gay? No, I'm not a gay. Mr. Cummings, some people say you're gay. No, I am not a gay. I believe in woman and man. Okay. You go to play. Mr. Cummings, are you a gay? No. The same question. Mr. Cummings can get first. Someday you say that BS. I'm a Christian. I believe in man and a woman. That's it. Gay can't have. Robert said he went to Liberia. Nobody knew that he was gay. I never knew that until he went to Liberia, a show. Or gay cannot live in Liberia for 6 months and you don't know he's gay. Trust me. Somebody will know that you're gay. Some young boys that you will be messing with will show it up. But Liberia, when they get nothing to say, oh, now they say Mr. Cummings is supported by Madam Salif, so that Madam Salif third time. Look at the kind of cheap one. What about Mr. Bwaka now, who tried to run on a UP? Then that UP third time won't come to power. How can it will be there is an CPP in collaboration with CDC? Because they don't have nothing. Ask yourself the question. Do you know why President Weah cannot criticize Mr. Cummings? Because he got nothing on Mr. Cummings. UP cannot criticize Mr. Cummings because they got nothing on Mr. Cummings. We want a debate. Or they will tell you, well, Cummings left from here a long time and he just come in and he said he won't be president. Yes, we agree that he can do it. But all he needed to do is to go with Mr. Bwaka because he don't have a governmental experience. Where in the world Liberian people discover this word called governmental experience? People go to school and say they did government, they did diplomacy, what they did, political science. So who produced the word governmental experience? Tell me. Only in Liberia, that Liberian people produced this word and put it together about governmental experience. That means the people then who are civil servant, who worked there for 35, 40 years, they were just going to run for president. If that's what we're looking for, that means Mr. Bwaka is going to run. They got other people. They Rev Brabo, their father, you know how long he worked with finance ministry? They got other people. The late Andrew Toba Davis. They work for government. That means they were going to run for president. Since you're looking for governmental experience, where governmental experience took Liberia? It took us nowhere. It has nothing to do. You went to school. You graduated from university. Is there anything on your degree where to work? You got an engineering degree. You got your CPA or whatsoever. If you chose to work with government, it's up to you. If you apply to work in finance ministry, it's up to you. If you want to work in the private sector, it's up to you. That is why there is nothing in the Constitution that talk about education. They never said that you should get high school degree and diploma or college degree. They say you should be a Liberian citizen, 35 years old, and get $25,000 worth of property or whatsoever. That's all. So the old man in the market from run for president. And when you're running for president, it's nothing about your degree. Nobody gave a F about your damn degree. What can you do? Do you know why the president don't write his speeches? You don't know. You think the president, so which are the degree of president should get? Administrator? No. If you're a lawyer, you won't run for office, you run for office. But sometimes when you're president and you know you're a lawyer, that the one that will interest you. If you're a businessman, that the one you think that that your era, that nobody can push you around. But what you look at in a human being, in a leader, as a human being, honesty is the number one. There's a book written by Jefferson. Go and check for that book. The number one thing in leadership is honesty. Not perfect. No human being is perfect. An honest leader will not kill, will not subdue, will not overlook, will not suppress nobody. Because you're honest and you will speak the truth to the people. And that is how the people follow you. And integrity. You believe in yourself, your family. You want tomorrow when you leave, nobody can push you around because you respect yourself. And then you should have empathy. You should sit and imagine, I got money, but what happened to a poor man when he cannot feed his family? Put yourself in the shoe. When you see a man in a wheelchair, you ask yourself, can I make it in a wheelchair? Someday, when you sit by yourself in the house, pretend as if you cripple. Or sit in one chair to watch TV and see how it look like. Go in the street, take your money, leave your wallet at home, and walk in the street and go out and see how it look like. What happened to a poor man? When you go to Liberia, stop. Do not go to the beach. You got money, but keep it to yourself and just walk around and see things for yourself. Then you will understand what it takes to be a poor man. How a father will go and hustle and can't feed the children and afraid to come home. How the mother concerned about her children eating. 90% of the hustle right now in Liberia is about food. People tell you, oh, Chief, don't send me no clothes. Send me the $10. Oh, don't buy me nothing in the restaurant. I will go and carry one to cook. You can eat $10 in Liberia and have a good meal. $15 in Liberia and have a good meal. You can't spend $15 at a restaurant. But people in Liberia cannot afford $10. For us, it's easy. I go right down to McDonald's, spend $10. I go right down to Wawa, I spend $10, $12. So if I go to Liberia, it's easy. I can buy a shawarma for $4. It's cheap for me. That's a sandwich, a big sandwich. It's nothing for me. But people in Liberia cannot afford it. How do you feel? How do you feel? I hear people using words on the say, oh, I'm proud to be a Sanama Swan. What? I am proud to be a Sanama Swan for UP. Jesus Christ. How can you do you know the tongue? The power lies in this mouth. Yeah. Oh, I don't care whether he's sick, we will go with him. No, I am not a Sanama Swan for Ellis Cummings. I am not an idiot for Ellis Cummings. I am a proud supporter and admirer of Ellis Cummings. That he will do a better job for our children. He will do a better job for our country. He will be a better messenger, a better leader. That tomorrow no company will go to Liberia, foreign companies that will use us or our people will not benefit from the resources. I believe that Alex Cummings will be a better president, that Liberia will once more call a country, that people will respect us. Because of bad leadership, that is why nobody look at us. Nobody look at us as a country. We are proud people, but we are for nothing proud people. But this time around, the Liberian people will make the difference. We will not give up on Liberia, even if they don't make the difference. But I believe that the people of Liberia, this is the first time in our history to see 30, it was 40 before now, I was just say 30, who still waiting to hear from candidates before they vote. Look at President Weah. Look at all the crowd. Look at the crowd. I see people campaigning and transporting people from one place. It is your business. Oh, the optics. You got 5 million t-shirts, you divide to the people. They wear your t-shirt because they don't have clothes to wear. Do you know how many Liberians that got all the party t-shirts? They're plenty. If you are a Kanya, they will eat you. We're not paying nobody. And this is the first time Mr. Cummings got committed people. I listen to people who say, oh, they ain't gave a t-shirt yet, but they still campaigning. Oh, and we see Mr. Cummings in the era, and you know, in the ANC, the CPP office is not even here, but they still campaigning. They still believe. The Zogos, we are divided. When I say we, I put myself on Zogo too. We are divided. Some to George Weah, some to Mr. Cummings, some of them to Boaka, some of them to Tiawan Gonglo. This election, we're not overlooking nobody. But we work hard and we know that we will reap what we put on our ground. God will not give us bitter ball when we put pepper there. The same way you believe in God, we believe in God. But God will not give you something that you work for. You get your national team, you don't practice. Then you play in Brazil, then you say God will help you to win. You won't be president of Liberia. You won't work to sell yourself to the Liberian people. But you say that, say I'm popular, they will just vote for me. You think that all the way you can be that. Let me get one story. The first ECOMO group that went to Liberia, when they went there, guess what they used on the children, on the women there? Rice. Cocodolos. The ECOMO Ghana were loving to the most beautiful girls there in Liberia because of bag of rice. When things were changing, the ECOMO they were not giving rice again, they started giving US dollar. And then they changed the particular group they left. When they left, they forgot that their friends that they replaced was already giving US dollar to people. Well, hold on 1 minute, please. 1 minute. Sorry, guys. So when the other ECMO guy came, when the John behind the guests, they start giving rice. No, the first group were giving Gary. I'm sorry. The first group were giving Gary before they start bringing the Pusawa. So before they left, the guys that replaced them, they forgot, they thought that Gary. Because the first guy that said, my man, the Liberian girl, check it and Gary. But they were already giving rice. They one can't give Gary to the guys. What's this? I know that's why I'll be eating Gary here. Oh, boy, we eating rice. Oh. The third group, when they were going out, they were giving US. When the third group arrived, the one can't bring rice. The guy say, you stupid. The boy will see real US dollar. You're talking about what? That is the same thing with the election. 1997 election. Forget about 1985 election. 1997 election. I want you to take your mind back. Compare 1997 election and 2005 election. Compare 2005 election with 2011 election. 2011 and 2017. 2017 and 2013. You think are the same people? You think are the same people? People are brave, cursing president, saying things that they used to say. People voting now against people they know. People are speaking out. Some people want jobs. Now I'm so proud of Liberians that they complain that we need jobs. Your thing are roll, your thing is satellite, the solar panel light will put food on the table of Liberian people. What are some of the economic benefits? The promise that you made. How many of you fulfill the president? We are saying they increase salary because the thing Liberian people are still stupid when they can't even take pay. Oh, the healthcare, we build hospital when you can't even get medication in hospital. We build roads, we can't see it. They put 1 mile road, so they put piece there, they take picture, they put it on Zekwe. All over the place. Some of them sank from 2011. They were sinking, they stayed sinking from 2017, they stayed sinking. My Liberian people, it's clear. Mr. Cummings will win this election. If it don't happen, never respect me. You got eyes, but you can't see. Ears, and you refuse to hear. I have eyes, and I can see, and I can hear. I chose to use my ears and eyes wisely. I make my eyes and ears neutral. I don't put politics into my eyes and ears. And then I use my mind to make the decision. I don't use my heart. I use my heart in my house to defend my children and defend my wife and my family. But when it comes to Liberia, I think with my head. I don't care whether you're my friend, you're my brother, you must somebody. I'm use my head. Because when you use your head to think, you will not hurt nobody. When your friend make any mistake, you will tell your friend and say, my man, you're wrong. But when you start to bring love into politics, that is where you cannot see anymore. I criticized Mr. Cummings so many times. Yes, not when I also suspended my support for Mr. Cummings with the whole CPP and thing. I don't care if I supported Mr. Cummings or not. I'm not supporting Mr. Cummings for him to be a bad president. I am not supporting Mr. Cummings that when he wins tomorrow, he should be a dictator. No. Then why couldn't I just stay with somebody or stay with George Weah? Or to say, let me just stay with my friend and tuna. I'm not supporting Mr. Cummings tomorrow that our schools will now be good, that there will be no job. I take him for his word because I saw his platform and I follow him religiously to know what he's doing. Do you know what a Stega group of people that support this show, that follow me religiously and text me and say, Munel, I follow you. Mr. Cummings tapped me on the shoulder. Teresa and I watch your show. Mr. Perkins looked at me and said, wow. I went to Liberia. I entered the ANC office. People, I even know some people said they were calling me. They watched the show. When you don't click on the show, I will not see you. Some people, I'm not friends with them. I don't look at numbers. But if I can convince one person, I have done well. If I convince 2 persons, I have done well. When Maybon was on the show with me the other day, Maybon said, General, after the show, General called me and said, General, you convincing people. You convince people. If I can convince one person, if I can help one person, that is enough. What you believe in? What is your belief? Do you believe in Liberia that we can change? Or because God bless us, we're in this country that is not ours? Are you a Liberian? Are you a patriot? When you don't support this other person, they say you know about your future damage. Oh, Mr. Cummings' political career damage. How can Mr. Cummings' political career damage when Mr. Cummings retired already? What is a career in the politics? Eh? You can look at Henry Constant and one say he damaged the political career. But you think he damaged it? No, he can bounce back. Who are you to tell somebody their career damaged because they're not supporting Mr. Bwaka? Who are you to tell somebody their career damaged because they're not supporting Mr. Cummings? Only idiots and stupid people make such a statement. Oh, Mr. Cummings damaged his career. He would never do that. Who the hell are you? His career, he retired. He retired. Then you say he damaged his career? Eh? As if he stole? Only in Liberia, but people. Only in Liberia. So our fear here is not about Mr. Bwaka being president. Our fear, if you gave Mr. Bwaka the chance, it's not about war. It's not about war. You know, sometimes people say, oh, yeah, you said Mr. Bwaka, Johnson will bring war. No. And listen to UP. The deputy spokesperson condemned Mr. Johnson's statement. More Ali said, oh, we don't have any problem with the statement of Prince Johnson. The other guy on Spoon, he said, we don't have no problem. In fact, Mr. Johnson never said that Mr. Bwaka sick. He said Mr. Bwaka old. So he calling on the people to vote so they can make become Jeremiah Kun will be the next man. So in case of anything, Jeremiah Kun will be the vice president. But my Liberian people, we have seen the performance of this vice president. Is this vice president actually capable of being president of Liberia? Yes, by right. He's a Liberian citizen. He's qualified. But with his present age and somebody who losing it already, who barely make a decision, and all the decision he made was wrong. He's the head of the rescue team but failed to rescue CPP. That 10 years from now, it will follow them. And even if Henry Costa don't be careful, he will not win anything in Liberia because it will follow him if he don't get it right now. Some people, this is their last chance to contest for anything. And most of our brothers and sisters on the other side, they're so afraid that under the Cummings administration, they will not get a job because they're afraid to throw away corruption. They are afraid to push away corruption. They're smart, they went to school, but it's easy when you steal $5 in Liberia and nobody chase you. They can let you go. Nobody can go after you. B Mountain, they signed a new contract. They gave them another 26 years. All the senators that they called, they got $18,000. They're not lying. But guess what the argument is? B Mountain concerned that if President Weah don't win, but President Weah believe they will win, so they will just continue it. But you know, when you signed that, they gave you some bonuses that the money President Weah won to run a campaign. Or maybe now they got two options. When Cummings win, we're going to look at the contract and look at all the contracts. If it's good, you keep it. But they believe that if UP wins, all they need to do is to give UP the share. I couldn't believe it. There's a permanent guy telling me this thing. He said, Money, you don't understand. That is why some people are afraid of Mr. Cummings. And then he started talking about the B Mountain situation. He said, if the contract is not good and UP come back to power, all they're going to do is to tell B Mountain, okay, if you want us to keep the contract, then we need XYZ, and then we'll keep the contract. He said, but I will tell you, Mr. Cummings will look at every contract in Liberia, and if this is not a good contract, as a businessman, you know what to do. If it costs us to break the contract and pay you off and pay the fine, We'll do it, but we'll get better things out of it. It's almost like how you get a cell phone. You got a cell phone with Comcast, and T-Mobile is saying that if you choose to join my company, I will pay your cell phone bill off. Okay, let's say this. Let's say this. You take a mortgage for a house. Another company, another bank decided to refinance the house, and they drop your mortgage. They're still making profit, but what they did, they pay your mortgage off, and they took the mortgage. So instead of you used to pay $2,000, now you're paying $1,800 to them. They stay losing, because when you pay that money in full, you pay less. You get a car note. I remember my first car note in America. My first car note. You know, everybody looking for credit. I had an Honda accent. My payment was $320 a month. Because I have one old car, I got to work. In 2 years, the insurance company, State Farm, the lady said, "Oh, but Munel, you know we can refinance your car." I said, "What?" I tell you what, the second year, when they refinanced my car, my credit was perfect, man. Just imagine I came. Oh, guess what I was doing? I was paying $174. That's what I pay every month for a car note, Honda accent. There. So it's the same thing. If B Mountain contract is not good for us, and we know there are a lot of things, and B Mountain think that when we cancel the contract, we'll have to pay them, another company might be willing and say, guess what? We will give them that money, we'll pay for you, and we'll come and get the contract and get that money. You see, businessman. So we don't worry. So don't worry about all these things. This is not no rocket science. This is not rocket science. This is fact. This is a reality that I'm telling you. That is how it works. That is how it works. They got an international code that you can even sue companies for using you because your third world country from stealing from you. That is why these guys are afraid of Mr. Cummings. Some of them believe that they got to compete to get a particular job. Mr. Cummings is not going to waste on nobody. Mr. Cummings said, if you're not qualified for a job, we'll train you. You notice that they got companies in America who take people and train them to do a job without a college degree. They say, you don't need a college degree. We'll train you and we'll pay you. And you will be comfortable with what you're getting. They got people in America who make more money than their bosses. I was making more money than my supervisor. Because you're doing the work. But the supervisor can stay home. He can go home on time. He can stay home on a holiday. He got a lot of benefits. But is his salary more than mine? No. When that supervisor stay overtime, can he get paid time and a half? Nope. But they gave him bonus. So my Liberian people, we can change. Liberia can be a better place for us. And I can tell you, when you look at the life of Mr. Cummings, you can tell that Liberia will be a better place under Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings went home. He had the opportunity to build a giant mansion for himself. What he did, he built a 5-story building with hard-earned money. He's a businessman. The building is in a name, in a business name. That's what makes Stanton is so stupid and say it's owned by Lebanese people. You think Mr. Cummings can lie? He said, we got to build this place, rent the building, we do our for the trumpet work, we can spend our personal cash. The man know how to make money. And how he live, 24-hour current, 24-hour water. The water that goes through the pipe in the Alex Cummings place, they can drink it. They filter the water. They can drink the water. Ask anybody. How many Liberians drink the pump water in Liberia? 24 hours, the gym alone, as if you refuse to leave the compound, you think you're in America. So you see, he took it there, he said to prove it. Elevator, go up and come down. How many Liberians think that way? We got some Liberians who building a 10 bedroom or 7 bedroom house. They ain't finished yet, they die. They got a Liberian who got apartments around town. They get apartment, they build, they buy houses, they're renting it. That's good. We got a lot of good Liberians outside. They want to go home. That is why we must support Alex Cummings for president. Even if you're not voting, spend your little thing. Let me say this to you. I get 30% watch me. Out of that 30%, maybe 5 or 6 are not Mr. Cummings supporters. But all you can do, you can contribute to this pool washer. You sometimes sit and buy your 6-pack. You buy your 1 case on weekend. There's nothing wrong with you giving Mr. Cummings, giving the CPP of $5 every week. The $5 is just, so if you give $5 every week, at the end of the day, you will be spending $25 before the election start, or maybe $30. But I know some of you are capable of doing more than that. So let's assume that you're contributing a case of beer to the pool washer, but give it in cash. You can give $5 this Friday. The next Friday, give another $5. We got a lot of spare cash around. But don't forget, you need to also help the general show. We need money to run around, to go to places. That is what we want from you. I don't know who all have contributed, but if you're making that contribution, please, we need your support. Let me look at some of the comments. I'm coming to leave. I got things to do. So please make the contribution. In America, the people beg every day. They don't give it free. They don't give you free t-shirt in America. There is no free t-shirt, no free cap, no nothing. But in Liberia, everybody wants t-shirts. How many t-shirts they will give to you? You can wear it every day. How you do it? You're going to wash it and wear it. I believe t-shirts are supposed to be given when they're having a program or big rally. And then who all go to that rally wear the t-shirts. I see some of the officials in the CPP. They wear the t-shirt in the CPP. How many t-shirts they got? Are they paying for their own t-shirts? Are the officials paying for their own t-shirt? I saw A-Love with t-shirts. How many t-shirts he got? How many t-shirts? I see Diamond Desmond with t-shirts. How many t-shirts he got? Every day he wear a t-shirt. He washing it and wearing it. The t-shirts need to be worn on a particular day. People who are going around, these are the people who need to give the t-shirt to. People who on their feet, foot soldiers, actually are the people who need the t-shirts. They want to be identified when they're moving around. And ordinary members just want one t-shirt. So you see why sometimes we don't put our priorities into places. People who you consider a foot soldier, I believe they need 5 t-shirts, 3 t-shirts. That is where you give the money, because or to cut matters short, you give them a cap. You can wear the cap 24/7. Or you give them a button with the picture on it. They can take the other shirt, they put the button on it. They take the other shirt, they put the button on it. They take the other shirt, they put the button on it. Because giving them 5 t-shirts, they got to wash it. Some of them dirty, they will not wash it. They will pack it, and finish. I'll go to Liberia, I will get 7 t-shirts. 7 good t-shirts. When I come from campaigning, I put it down. Good. I'm talking about the t-shirt when you wash it and the whole neck tend to something or no, like rubber man, no. By the time I take off my shirt, I put it down, they will wash it. I don't know how they will press it. But the t-shirt will always be in our closet because they will wash a t-shirt. When I come back, a pack. They are ready. I take one ready. That the same one way. I even know, sir. That the only thing I'm missing, like, bro. What a fool. They warm the food. They cover it in a way. They will put the food. You get current 24/7 too now. I got 24/7 current. 24/7 current. Current go in, bling it. I say, I pay for it. Yeah, you pay for your minutes. So you see, I carry 7 t-shirts. I will always look new in my t-shirt because I'm not wearing one t-shirt for 2-3 days. So when I put a t-shirt down, and when they wash the t-shirt, they use their hand to wash it. How many days go on my t-shirt? How many days? And I'm a mechanic man. In fact, my t-shirt they can get dirty in America, or even in Liberia. You walk in, made of the dust, they wash it, they hang it up. They're not no dryer. We got dryer, but we can't use the dryer. They hang it outside, they breathe, blow it. They press it, they fold it, next week, one. They in the store. They put it back there. When I come back, I just put my hand there. I can close my eyes already. I take t-shirt. I take underwear. I take brief. By the time your shoe, they shine in your shoe, you walk in the mud. All you need to do is to put the shoe to the door. By the time they to the door, they know straight. Even if your cell go, you won't clean the shoe. Are they cleaning? You mean I say I'm wiping my sneaker? The person say, no, Chi, I will do it for you. Oh. You don't leave like bro. You say, oh damn, I really forget you're in like bro. Your children can wipe your shoe in America. Your wife can wipe your shoe. No. By the time you leave, you come back. They make all the bed, make all everything clean. The children begging you to work. These kind of people, you take good care of them. Everybody, Chief Muni, when you coming back? Chief Muni, when you coming back? Because when Chief Muni was leaving, everybody was smiling. Everybody smiled. Look, my late boss man told me this thing. He says, son, never ever treat your driver different or your cook. He never talked about security. Your watchman. I don't want added a watchman. But how many people want watchmen? Some people live in no fence around the house. So nobody want that because of things happening now. Everybody looking for watchmen to the door. But before there were no watchmen. Your cook, you can't curse your cook. But I see people in Labrador yelling at the cooks. Yelling, but you stupid man. What happened? Look at you. You too high, you this and that. I imagine how many spit you eating every day. The man driving you every damn day to go to work and come back, and you cussing that man on the steering. Just because they put respect us. Imagine what a man can do to you. Any accident that you're going there straight. Your driver got to be somebody that you must trust. That guy your back is your number one security. Let me tell you today, number one, if you get a driver in Liberia. They should be your number one confidant. They in a car with you. They listen to you talking. They listen to your conversation. Anybody who sits in a car with you and very close to you, they hear you on the phone. Okay, yes. All right. Okay, I was saying the money. Yeah, the fact is, okay, they send the money. But don't forget now, the man listen to you. You can't treat him different. He knows everywhere you go. Anybody coming to you, that man get your back. But you cost the shit out of him. The late Harry Grieve. He leave his driver outside, the driver sleep in the car. Can you believe that? Some of them go hang out. The driver sleep in the car waiting for them while they in some kind of room, in some kind of house, and the driver in the car. They in a hotel. And let me tell you something. I went to the ANC and something. I saw driver sitting in the car while other people in the hotel. Yes, some people were driving in Liberia. The CPP. The driver was in the car while the boss man in the hotel. We need to change, man. Seriously. The foot soldiers. If you can help them, you help them. These are the people I'm concerned about. Let me tell you the real truth. Everything I carry is not for myself, it's for them. And my badge, my button I carry, it's not for no big people. It's not for no people that after you looking good. They let come up picking away. The Zogo that will wear, I will give it to. My caps and whatsoever, the people I will give it to, the people, the common man. And I carry my cap, my button to give it to A-Love and Ava and whatsoever. If I won't give one set of Mr. Cummings, I'll give it to say. I even let to wear people picture of my own t-shirt will just get a writing on it, Ellis Cummings and whatsoever. But these people working, the people who going around, I believe if I was in that position, my foot soldiers, I will make sure they get 5 t-shirts each. 5 or even 3 each. Because they need to wear it. But if I don't have the money, all I need to do is to give them one cap. You can switch the cap over and over, or cap with the sign on it. Or I give you a button. And make the people to understand about these t-shirts. That too much waste of money. Cheap Chinese t-shirt. You wear it today, you wash it, done. But they want a t-shirt. But you got to be consistent. You got to start telling them in advance. Listen, this coming election, we're not dealing with t-shirts. We'll spend money behind billboards. We'll spend money behind flyers. And we'll spend money on the badge or the cap. No t-shirt. Don't waste our time, because you discourage them. And say, well, if you wear the t-shirt, how long it's going to stay with you? Even we print 5 million t-shirts and give it to every citizen. You give your t-shirt now to CDC, they will take it and keep it. You take your ANC, your CP t-shirt and give it to a sedition. You take the CDC t-shirt and give it to people who support them, so they will take it and keep it. So tomorrow they will wear it. I've been to a place where I see somebody get 13 t-shirts, a whole handcuff. And guess what? This guy voted for CDC. But he never had 2017, everybody support just writing CDC on the skin. Support just writing the CDC one out there. They use paint. CDC, the big black pin. In fact, 2017, Mr. ANC had the best t-shirt. ANC t-shirt was the best. That's why some of the coordinator kept the t-shirt. They never gave it up. It went late in the country. Nice t-shirt from the States. The cheap t-shirt from here, you get like, brother, hey, like a good one. The t-shirt, like, bro, if I want to wear it now, I got to wear 5X. 5, a Chinese t-shirt. They say, what size you want? Give me 2X. I beg you, when you, it will be like this. Your hand can't even go through it. It will be like this. It may you cripple by force. So, my Liberian people, we need your help. We need your help. Your $5 or more, we need it. Okay, and somebody asked, where's the Cash App? Okay, this is when you're watching the screen right now, the one that you're looking at there, the Cash App is for CPP, is for ANC Global. And since other people asking, let me just take at least few time to, let me just say, okay, this is the Cash App for the general show. That one, the CPP money, I got nothing to do with it. And I'm not leaving from here to go to Liberia to go ask CPP to help us. No, I am not going to Liberia. Arthur Dennis and Sis Taylor, a lot of people, Sis Barrera Moore, do I hear from her yet? But I know these are the people, they plenty here that can help us. So this is the catch up for the general show. And let me tell you, you see, let me be honest with you. Okay, yesterday the children were not, they were many, but they only sent for few, but then they had to give everybody, and they were able to get $15 yesterday, which is a good thing. That's all. They all sacrificing. We gave them boots because I felt it that day when Mr. Cummings was walking and it was raining. Most of them, Clarence Monimba, presidential candidate, okay, most of them, they got one pair of shoes. They got sneakers. They went home wet. They got to make sure that sneaker dry to make it the next day. But thank God, another strong supporters of Mr. Cummings and the CPP, when he heard me talking about it, he and I spoke and he gave me that instruction and were able to get 7 pairs of boots, rain boots, for the 7 children. They call them the smart, they're in the smart team, Sidiki and what's other than part of it. And now they got the boots, but I can't call his name. And then other people, microphones, would need microphone. That's why sometimes I don't hear Sidiki when I'm talking to him. Or sometimes when he go to a program, the mic on the camera is what he's using. You see, my iPad, I'm using my iPad right now. I'm not using, you see, this is one of my old computer here that I got. I just try to clean it up. And I got a lot of computers, but everything, hey, you got children, they will play games on it. So that's why sometimes when Sidiki, when they people talking, you can't hear them because the microphone on the iPad is what he depends on. So we need to get a wireless microphone. We need telephone when we get there to help people, because Sidiki got about 3 boys. Like, they gone day, this gone time. There's a boy who follows Sidiki. People help us. Let me be honest. The money is not coming from my pocket. I help Sidiki once in a while, but a lot of people help Sidiki, and Sidiki honest and tell me, say, Chief, I got something. And there's another boy who went with him. When you saw Sidiki was talking to me, another boy was controlling the camera. But the patient, no. That boy ain't go with Sidiki the next day in District 8 because he need money. They don't know how patient Sidiki was. We got other people now that used to come to the studio, no money to pay their way. These are some of the sacrifice. I can't make it. I can't. So whatever you want to help us with, we appreciate it. But also, I will want you to contribute towards the pool washer. It's $5 every week. $5 every week will be better, will help us and take us a long way. But if you decide to send us to Cash App or Zelle, this is it. I got my ticket. I got money to feed myself. I got place to sleep. The only thing, the car, we're struggling the car. Some people promise me car, but we'll still get it. I don't worry about it. So all these things, we will do it together with sacrifice. These are some of the sacrifices we're all making. Don't blame yourself. You say, yes, I sort of be in Liberia. No, it's not that you're supposed to be in Liberia. We register, we got to go back and cast our vote. And guess what? What about the second round? So do you see what we're losing, what we're putting aside? We're sacrificing ourselves and our family. Because if you go to Liberia and only vote on the first ballot, you vote on the first ballot and leave, and you got to go in the second round. That means you did it for nothing. For nothing. And oh, I got to call this name. Sefa Dix. I know sometimes you don't like to call, but Sefa, I got to call your name. Sefa, I just made a contribution to the team, $300. Thank you very much, Sefa. He have done a lot. Let me be able to understand. He have done a lot. Okay, he said, you see, Sefa is always in contact with Sidiki. And Siddiqui will always tell me, he said, Muni, I wish I know all the people to see them face to face. When he saw Mawolo, John Mawolo, he was so happy. When I went there, John Mawolo left his sneakers, and the good thing, he and Siddiqui wear the same size. My shoe bigger than Siddiqui. Usually say he want my sneakers. When he put a foot inside, he said, ah! He said, you don't want it. I think I will sell it. I said, listen, give it to somebody who will. Says, yo, this woman is a daha ANC. She just gave us $150. And Arthur Dennis sent me $50 when he heard about it. And says Taylor, you know, if like anything, you want me to call your name, please just put a note there. I shouldn't call your name. I beg you. But I am one of the person who I don't know. I'm always grateful. You know, I'm very emotional. I'm very, very emotional. So all these things I'm doing, I feeling cold bomb coming on me right now. Yeah. Wow. So also the cash app for the pool watcher. The pool watcher is very, very important. I will be voting in Banga by Cottington. We got a whole place there. My wife family, that's where they're from. And I can tell you, the people in that area that are connected to my wife, every one of them voting for Mr. Cummings. These are people who voted for just what the put is Mr. Weir. And you know how the Pele people, if the Pele man, they don't find anybody that Mr. Boaka don't come. They were supporting Mr. Boaka. Oh, that the old man we carry, oh, that job we are man lied to us. By the time I sat with them, that's it. And guess what? We got a place there to sleep. I will do my pool washer there. I will vote very early. Siddiqui will vote early. From there, we'll start running around. We'll either concentrate in Banga, but most of my campaign, I want to do it in Banga, in Bon County, because that is where I'll be voting. Most rather will get it covered. Mr. Cummings is doing everything, but I appreciate all. And Sis Wanga, she is the one actually encouraged me, say, Munel, you got to put the cash app up. Because I don't know how to do it. You know, Siddiqui, but listen, my hat off to you. Siafa, Sis Mo, Sis, she and her husband, they are awesome people. No, this money was sent by, okay, Mr. Her husband just sent us $25 again. You know, it's so funny. They say spouse supports spouse. The husband send money. Oh, he and Siddiqui, forget it. Siddiqui can eat money. That Siddiqui can eat and Jeremiah money. So, but she and her husband, you know, I remember we met in Maryland. She said, General, take one t-shirt. I said, hey, you said, take the t-shirt. I will pay for the t-shirt. We will pay for the t-shirt. And two of them were there. I look at and say, yeah, there are people who just for the cause. Just for the cause. Are they looking for a job? No. Is Siafa looking for a job under Mr. Cummings? No. Mr. Cummings called Siafa now and text Siafa and said, we'll pay you $5,000. Siafa will go do it. No. That means Siafa going to see. Because Siafa got a farmer to take care of them. How much you think he got to get to pay? Look, let my people. People want to go home to create jobs. People get a big houses. They want to go home, but they can't. Because there is no help. Some people retire. For example, my aunt. She said, Moni, you know that Cummings man, that when that man went, I going to Liberia. I know that man would do the book. He would do the best. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people been inboxing me, Edwin, whatsoever. What his name said, my boy Corey, he's sending us a projector. And I know most of the thing I carry, I'm not bringing it back. Because people are, especially, another one again, let me just, a lot of the securities, they inboxing me, they want jacket. They love this jacket with the pockets. When I was going the other time, I carried 10 jackets. But luckily, I left 2 of my jacket back, so I don't have to worry about myself. I carried 10 jackets, and everybody love it. You know, they got the one there from China, they got a fake one there in like, but I carried it, but they want black or khaki. So I try to buy it small. The jacket at $26, some of them are this, but I will purchase it for some of the money you're giving. But I'm happy and I appreciate you. Whatever God touch your heart, you can help us. It will be better. And at least now my wife, when they do, I will give it to Wanga. Wanga said, Munel, put the cash up. There are other people doing it. I say, hey man. I said people can help me, they can send it to me. The other day I'll go in Safa, call me. He said, my man, I sent you small thing. Says you the same thing. People call in like bureau and give it. Says, oh, the time I won't call. Some point women don't call the names, but they plenty. And you know what I'm saying? So at least the lady I'm working for, I leave it behind. So the old man can take care of the children. Because my 8-year-old son. And Noah, that one, he the one can say, party oh party. Party oh party. Zekwe, CPP Zekwe. He's still sleeping. So you see, and she got to start taking to school. But when you leave small thing on the ground, and you know women and the money business, they can take care of 2 or 3 months. So you can run behind me. They're happy. But when you use the family own, even the people who get plenty, and most of the people who sending something, they're going home. One of my big time supporters, everybody gets a hidden agenda, some disguise supporters. Hold on 1 minute, guys. Where somebody just called me. So my people, don't give up. This election will win this election. Liberia will change. As the election come closer, it get harder. That's why sometimes when I listen to Mr. Cummings, it motivates me every day. He gave me that courage. And people like, you think I got to worry about who watch me? There are a lot of people watch me. I don't see that. I try to look on the thing. I don't even see them. But Prince Johnson, it is concerning. Prince Johnson speaking about Nimba, not a special. Okay, now, please, I don't want you to misinterpret me. I said, Prince Johnson said Nimba will win. Nimba will produce the next president through Mr. Bwaka. Jeremiah Kuhn, I am telling you, I am of the opinion that Mr. Prince Johnson is concerned about the Gio people, but not the Mano people. I got so many reasons to say that. When Prince Johnson became senator, they had this agreement where the next seat would be given to a Mano guy. They had Dolo. Adolphus Dolo was the second senator. He and Prince Johnson got into some argument and said, you're not coming back. What happened? They pulled up another Gio man to contest for that seat. They contested. They had 2 Gio in Nima County. The Gios are more than the Mano people. And then what happened? 2 Gio. Today, what they got there? 2 Gio. Prince Johnson spoke Gio. If anybody can interpret, I can interpret Gio. I don't understand Gio. But Prince Johnson is not talking about Mano people. The Mano people too concerned. Prince Johnson believes that the Mano men don't like him. The Mano men believe that the Gio people don't like them. They always like this. So I am not saying Prince Johnson said Nimba County. But I want you, if anybody who knew about Prince Johnson those days, when he was the rebel leader for the INPFL, Prince Johnson got rid of more Manon people than even the Ungio people. Ball for Prince Johnson, I think Ball was a chief of staff, was a Manon guy. And see the people that he got rid of. Yeah. Prince Johnson is a Gio man. He got some Manon people supporting him, but hey, unless they were part of the rebel whatsoever. So what I'm trying to tell you, Prince Johnson, from the way he speaks, you understand that he's concerned about the Gio men. The Gio men will be in charge. The Gio men are rough than the Manon people. The Manon men don't forgive easily. The Gio men can kill your mind and power and come back to your house and eat with you and act as if nothing happened at Prince Johnson right there. The Manon men, if you do something to the Manon men, trust me, it can take 10 years to pay the debt. And if Manon men say, you my friend, they will stand by you. And in fact, they ain't get Gio devil, that Manon devil they get in that place. Suppose say, oh, Gio devil, no. But the Manon man is rough. They don't give a damn. The Gio man don't give a damn. He think one way and that's it. The Manon man, they are the one, oh, they go to school, they're intelligent, they're smart, they think quick. The Gio man ain't less school business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, but Prince Johnson don't say, let's be frank. I never said Prince, he said Nima Kante win. Nima Kante will win because Nima Kante, that they closer. But guess what? They had other people. Harrison Conway was also a vice president candidate to what the Papa himself, and the late Brumskine. The only time I made Prince Johnson not to run for president is because he won for re-election. Because you're going to run for president, so he will negotiate. Every negotiation Prince Johnson got, he took it for himself. He took it for himself. It's not for nobody. The man is corrupt. I will not be surprised when Prince Johnson snap up tomorrow and say, which are the collaboration they are UPE? Jeremiah Cohen is a member of UP. You don't know that? He registered as a UP member at how he got on the ballot because according to the UP constitution, before you on the list as VP or Senate bearer, you must be a member. So they and MDRA signed no contract. And guess what? Cornelius Pott is from the MDRA and he's running for senator in Montserrat. Also, UP got Wilmer Pay in Montserrat. You know, somebody told me something the other day. He said, you don't understand. They put Wilmer Pay on that list just to make sure that Wilmer Pay is beaten like a dog. That the old man will not forgive Wilmer Pay. UP will not support Wilmer Pay. They're pretending and he will be defeated. The same thing are happening in Bon County, in Lofa County with Zago. And Mr. Bwaka is supporting who? Kotoman. You see why you're looking? He's supporting Kotoman. But on the other side, they say, well, that's Steve Zago on the list, so what to do? So these are some of the things. But the whole Prince Johnson issue is not about Mr. Bwaka. Mr. Bwaka is not like Mr. Cummings. He's not like Mr. Weir. Who is that? You can tell. Forget it. Listen. Let's forget about his sickness. From the way the old man behave, you talk to the old man sit down, and then later on he bend his head like you're not. Look, he's still talking, but the old man don't have that influence over his people. Yet they love him because they know that the way they can get money, that the way they will get government job. But Prince Johnson said it. I'm convinced that we kick Yomri Kanga. Yomri Kanga was going to be the VP. Yomri Kanga was supposed to be the VP. He tried Mr. Cummings, he didn't wake up. Mr. Bwaka fell for it. We kick Yomri aside. We kick Henry Costa. And we kept it. And we're there today. Who is Prince Johnson? Prince Johnson killed a former president. Prince Johnson went to the barracks. Food Joe, carried rice. Mr. President, we will join forces and defeat Mr. Taylor. What happened today? He killed Doe. Don't you think he can do the same thing? Oh, yes, he supported Madam Salif. But what Madam Salif did to him? Kept him across the fee. When I say, Prince, how are you, Prince? You okay? Yes, Mr. Senator. Finish. What they did to Prince Johnson in the UP. Prince Johnson was running for senator. He went to the UP party. He was defeated in the primary and he went independent. But yet, he still supported Madam Salif in the second round. President Weah won the first round in Nima County for 20-some thousand votes. But Madam Salif gave him money and kept him from a fireplace. Don't bring him near me. President Weah, he supported President Weah. President Weah forfeited everything, gave him all the little small job he wanted in the county and whatsoever. But President Weah made sure they kept him across the football field before he overthrew him. This is the closest that he had ever been. And the VP said, I'd rather dance with the devil to win. And the devil is in this election. We will win by hope or by crook. We must win before we lead. Hey, we must win before we give you a plan or an agenda. You see that? So that is our concern. Prince Johnson will go after every opposition leader, every political leader. He will run us out of Liberia. Prince Johnson is a serious obstacle to our politics. If I have my own way, Prince Johnson will never come around. He is a serious problem to us. If, which I know is not going to happen, because they didn't deserve it, they didn't work like us. They didn't work. This is not monkey work, Bible draw. This is not luck. This is not know about luck. I've only George Weah had that opportunity, and it comes once in every 100 years. George Weah, the only man that never went to the World Cup and he won the Ballon d'Or. That is why I tell people, do not criticize George Weah on football business. Whether George Weah made medicine in football, whether he made medicine, don't talk about football business. Just keep it to politics. You know what I'm saying? Only George Weah, who never struggled like other politicians, and will make him president. You think that everybody get that kind of blessing? You think that what happened to Baka? Oh, Mr. Baka, they are waiting for him, and they will vote for him. He didn't need to campaign. I bet you. Let's see. I bet you. Mr. Baka don't need to campaign. Why are you campaigning for? Do you need to campaign, sir? Just sit down, Papi. We will do it for you. We'll tell the people. That second George Weah, that blessing only for George Weah, not for nobody else. George Weah only luck that he luck. That the man who they gave the president to, they say, just wait for us. In 12 years, we'll give it to you. So even you tell Mr. Cummings now, say, oh, you know what, just wait for 2029. It's still not guaranteed. Because somebody else going to run. But President Weah, they say, my man, just wait for after the 12 years when Ellen finished, that you the next person. UP just forced herself to get in the race, but everybody knew that George Weah was the next president. It was only George Weah to fail on his own. You see that? So if you think that Mr. Baka like George Weah, you to the wrong era. I see George Soto, I see all the one them who campaign against Unity Party. They make their way, they fail in the CDC. They say, we can't go to Mr. Cummings. Then Mr. Cummings, man, he's too serious. By the time you sit down with Mr. Cummings and say, let's talk, you can take pen and paper, they scare. They got, yes, the president based on seriousness. That's a country we're talking about. That's a social club. And I'm one of the best men you ever want to see. He can laugh, he can talk. But Mr. Cummings, just by sitting by Mr. Cummings, you'll be serious in your whole life. When I say serious, they say you will tie your face. But you will be thinking about your own life, your own future, and say, tell me that, man. You will start to do what you're supposed to do. They're not joking thing. So let's go to the Ome. The Ome can bend a little bit. There will be some students that you will not talk. You know how many people that try to mess up in ANC? Mr. Cummings just look at them and say, watch and see. When Mr. Cummings is president, there will be a tsunami in Liberia. I can tell you from that. There are people that are in CPP, they will not even get a job. We know some of them. But hey, we can talk. And if they can't fit you, well, don't change your ways. Don't change your ways. Don't come to yourself and think you say, oh, I'll be behind Mr. Cummings at this and that. Don't come to yourself. I will not hesitate to criticize Mr. Cummings when he blunder all the promises that he's making. I always remind Mr. Cummings, and in fact, he said it 2 times. In Chicago, you're giving a speech, he said, like the general, like Munel, always remind me about my 5 watts and how. He said it again, I think in Maryland, somewhere he went again, he talked about it. I always remind Mr. Cummings. I say, you got yourself on record. He said, hold me to that. And I don't forget, I got all the tips. He said, save it, hold me on it. And I will hold him on it. When he tried to make mistake, I would call, I would text him and remind. I say, oh yes, I will hold him on it. And I say it, and I'm joking with you. You know, some of the CPP people say, look, let me be honest, and I think thank God is blessing. It's a blessing, and I will appreciate it. There are people in the CPP in America who believe that I got something over Mr. Cummings. I said, like what? Like one, he said, you know, Mr. Cummings like your business. He said, you and Mr. Cummings, in fact, the other woman attacked me. She said, you and Mr. Cummings were sitting to the meet and greet. He was laughing. What you are telling the man? I said, I wanted the person, when I'm talking to you, I will put a little joke in it. And when I'm talking to Mr. Cummings, I would talk, I'm talking to my boyfriend, girlfriend. I'd say something serious, but then I would put a little joke on there, he would laugh. And you know, the instant I'm moving my hand, and I talked to Mr. Cummings in Atlanta. I went for a program. I said, Mr. Cummings, I like this. He would look at me and say, Mr. Cummings, you will be our slave until you win the election. He said, yeah. I said, because you have to listen to us. Will not get me for me. I will not give you no wrong ideas. I will not tell you what you can do, but you must go to places. When you're president, I will start calling you, hello, Mr. President. That means mission accomplished. This man can listen to people. This man is willing to. The corporate, look, he said it. The corporate world is totally different. You got process. You got things you do. The way you sit, you go to certain places. The man have adapted the political life too. It's just that the people around Mr. Cummings want to adapt Mr. Cummings' style as a corporate guy. Yeah. Other people, there are certain things that they're good at. And you know, he's not the kind of person. That's why you see what he got. You see the vice president he got. Mr. Cummings been wishing for the kind of vice president. Fasty, strong, you know, who can make him to think. He was looking for somebody that will get the idea, not to just say, yes, sir, chief, yes, sir, chief, yes, sir, chief. She on the campaign trail in Bluff, in Bombassa, Richie Hell, she a Western guy. She got all the resources there. You go to Bon County, you get Mr. Yala. They got everything there with the pastors. They're going from place to place. They're moving. Don't let nobody scare you. In Magibi, they're moving. Some people will call you from my, oh, we see this and that, because some people want to see certain things. Some people want to be their own auxiliary. Look, this election is strategic. You must spend more money into certain area. Mr. Don Moriah, there are enough resources in Maryland County. We must win Maryland County. I myself want to win Maryland County. So we must win Maryland County. And we will win Maryland County. We will win River G. We will win River G over even Grand Crew. We will Grand G there? Nope. This just love George Weah. Forget it. River G, Grand Crew, Sano, River Says. River Says is that kind of way. I'm not too sure what River Says. Because of George Weah man from River Says and whatsoever. Sometimes these things play. But we'll win Maryland, we'll win River G, we'll win Sano and Grand Crew. I can tell you that. Yeah. Why we should take our money and push it into Lofa County when we'll not have a chance in Lofa County? We'll get vote in Lofa County, so we put a little bit there. In America, they say we got the Democrat won't win in Georgia now. If you start to fight in Lofa County, or let me go to Kolahu and go fight. You already get money, but who is spending 24/7 in Lofa County? The young people are gravitating to him. The young people in Lofa, they got more registered young people in Lofa County than the older people. The older people, majority of them will go for Mr. Parker. The young people will go between, and maybe Monuba want to run in a midterm election for senator in Lofa. That is why he concentrating in Lofa. You don't know. That is why he concentrating in Lofa to see what he can build there. What his constituent to build good group there and move on. That is why he concentrating. In Nimba County, Nimba County got two sons. They got one who is running for president, and who some people believe that he got a chance, or those some people know that he not get a chance. But he would take bulk of the amount of votes. Jeremiah Kuhn is possible to win Lofa County. UP might win Lofa County. But what, are they going to win Lofa County like Prince Johnson winning with 70%? Nope. No, impossible. He's a vice president. But some of them will look and say, he will Mr. Boaka, Mr. Boaka. Oh, if we make Mr. Boaka president, then we're in charge. But the amount of vote will still go to Devon Gonglo. So we will get some there. In Bon County, we'll win Bon County. We'll win Mosorado, we'll win Magibi County. We'll win Grand Bassa County. The rest is history. It's up to you. Are we going to fight in Cape Man? We got base in Cape Man. We're fighting in Cape Man. We'll fight in Bombing Hills. It's anybody's place. Bombing Hills, Cape Man, Bopolu, we'll fight there, but the women get a chance there because are the same people. Cape Man, anybody, they can vote for anybody. They keep on they're not the kind of people who can vote in black to say, we'll follow you. They got Mandingos there, they got Va, they got Muslim, they got Christians. In Bombing Hills, the same thing. We're going to fight there. So we will be present in every little place, but we got to be strategic. You know, Mr. Cummings, he's a planner. And he got that managerial style where you got to plan for things ahead. Like a businessman who will invest $5 million and say, we will get the returns, we'll get our benefits maybe in the next 10 years. So Mr. Cummings, after the election, he went and started reintroducing himself and looking at 6 years. It's a long time for someone to know you. One of the people who don't support Mr. Cummings say, nobody know you. Nobody know you. Let me put a cash app and for Zelle. Let me put this will read what they got say. Look, let me be honest with you. UP is no disrespect. But when Christmas will be good, you'll tell from the eve. There's no way Mr. Parker can change things around. With the caliber of people that he got around here, there's no way he can change things around. Let me be honest. Yeah. Oh no, ANC look like a club that can win. They look like a party that can win. So you out of touch, my brother. Yeah, you out of touch. You only talking like trying to be sarcastic. And if you tell me say ANC, this is the thing here. I don't know what you mean by ANC because there's no ANC. There's no ANC on the ballot. So if you say ANC look like party to win, ANC is not about it, Mr. Fool. ANC is not about it. It's CPP. So if you want to talk about CPP, then we'll understand. Then we'll tell you something. But if you say ANC, there's no ANC on the ballot. So don't worry. There's no ANC on the ballot. Yeah? There's no ANC on the ballot. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know if they can receive same wave. Okay, let me show. Okay, next one we'll put on Sidiki's number. See, okay, if anybody want to make a contribution to Sidiki, he will let me know. He can receive. I don't think we can receive same wave I don't know if we can receive same wave, but if if you want to send a same wave, he tried before. I don't think we can receive same wave in America because same wave you can take it from America and send it to Africa. I think it means it for Africa. So if you want to send something to Sidiki, if anybody want to make a contribution to Sidiki, let me put this number up. Most of the people know his number, yeah, but those of you who live in Europe, Okay, someone just sent us. I see on my phone something just pop up there, but I will look at it. Zale. Okay, let me put something there for. Okay, if you choose to send same wave to Siliki, and he will let me know, and just make note that it's for the general show. And Siliki, look, let me tell you something. Siliki, when before election for that ball, I think we're gonna buy a car for Siliki. Siliki said, Chief, I saving money. Oh, I need to get a car. I said, McKee, just I beg you, don't kill yourself. Don't be hungry throughout. You know, somebody sent me $100. They thought I was staying in Liberia. When my mom passed by, I left. The person sent it from the States. And then they sent it through Sidiki. Sidiki still get that money. Sidiki reminded me on the money. I said, oh, my man. He said, but the money not for me. Then Siafa sent Sidiki $100. When he sent $100, Sidiki called me. Sidiki said, General, why your same word number? I want to send you something. I said, why the bother? I said, your same word. I said, he said, Uncle Siafa sent me small to you. He sent me $100. I said, oh. He said, I want to send you small things. So I said, he said, yeah, man, they said we can work in America. I said, okay, for true. Say we cancel for true. Now he said, no, you can work to come to Liberia. Look, I joined Sidiki, like yesterday after the campaign trail, we're talking. Then A Love came on the phone. It's everybody there put him off on Sidiki. They said, my man, you make the Sidiki man look, you know what you see people thinking that Sidiki live in America because they bought party. He said, Chief, he said, Mr. Cummings can work. He said, Mr. Cummings said, when I just drop, bam, drop on the floor. So, but if you want to send anything to Sidiki, he will receive it. For those of you in Europe, we appreciate you. Uh, let me see something here. But a lot of people know Sidiki number. Yeah, Sidiki, what's up? So where you at right now? Where you say you're at? What happened with you? My man, you walk around, Mr. Cummings, you sick? Oh, but you watching the show? Yeah, my man, they put dropping small thing. Oh. Some people say, I put your number there. Some people say they will send something for you for Europe, but you must make sure you keep it. Oh. You want come on? Sidiki, you don't stop your nonsense. You even marry, you don't get a woman yet. Then you want me talking to that. You want come on small? My man, you eating. You to work in a building? Oh, you're Jeff from Capitol Building? My man, come on. Let the post see you eating, man. Come on. My man, let the post see you the kind of food you eating. Okay, but then Sidiki say you're not coming on, yeah? Let me just tell you. I on the show right now, my man. A lot of people, the people get small. They gave me a small thing. Oh. They gave you a small thing. Somebody say I'm gonna put it. I put your number there, or the person from Europe. The person said they want send wave. My man from there will be. Oh, no. I can't go. I gotta go work. But anyway, I'll talk to you. Call me back. I'll talk to you. All right. Yeah, they went to Capitol Building today, and Mr. Cummings went there. I think because what they meant, Nathan. I think that today they buried Nathan or so. And but guys, thank you very much. We appreciate you. And for those of you who made a contribution, God will bless you. And I tell you guys, everything that you gave, I use it for the intended purpose. I will be honest with you. Uh, we use it for food. We use it for data. I might say we use it to, use it for data when I go to the library. But a lot of people have made contributions. Somebody and that's why he named Peel and gave us a laptop, Apple laptop. And I sent it to Siddiqui because I want to give him. The guy, when we're making the contract, we were asking, he gave it, and you guys purchased a bike. Siddiqui got a motorbike. He got other things. It's through you. And people think it was purchased by CPP or the ANC. No. But we can put everything on them, So I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, General. Get the job done as always. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to everyone, and those of you. I also got people from the other side who and always help us. Let me check. Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, my battery coming go dead. Let me see. Let me make sure. Yep. And okay, I can't see your legal name now, Alex. He said he sent something under his legal name. Okay, I think I saw P and Zil. I left it. I like Zil for people to send. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, $20 from Alexander Gapwa. Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate you. You always send him, so you know how to do it. He will send 50. He will send 20. He will send this. He continue to send it. And, so thank you very much, Alex. You always, when you look on there, you will see your names all the way. Thank you very much, my brother. They say, little drop make the bucket fill. I appreciate you. I appreciate Siafa. I appreciate everyone who continue to support the show. Without you, no, we won't make it. I won't lie to you. But thank you very much. Thank you guys very, very much. Yeah. Thank you, Siafa. Yeah, and Siafa going to mail some items to us too. I think I gave you. I sent my address to you, Siafa. Yeah. So please let me. What you talking about? You don't want him to ask for help? I don't know. Oh, okay, okay, okay. This person say, "My man, you get dry face, oh, I get dry face." So they reply him, "You don't. What you talking about? You don't want him to ask for help? What you should do? You see, it's a good thing. That's how we Liberians think. That why you should ask for help, but at least you watching me. I gave you some information, or you just want to watch me because you think that my face is a red face. But I will ask for help. If it give you any problem, then all you need to do is to just get off the show, or just don't watch me. But as from now going, I will ask for help all the time. Yeah. Okay. So let me do this again. Let me and okay. This is the cash app for the ANC and the pool watcher $5 a week. $5 every Friday, or you can put more that you want to put in. You can put in $5 Every Friday, the Cash App is $ ANC Global. The Zelle is anc.global.org@gmail.com. And then you can make a contribution towards the pool washer. It's just $5, and they're going to match it up. But at least you understand that you're part of it and you did your own. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. I gotta go do my 1-2-1-2. I gotta put in more time because everything I'm working for now, I gotta leave it here. I want to say thank you again, and I want to say thanks to one guy who said, General, you gotta put a cash out up. Other people doing it, and then she mentioned Sekou. She said, you see Sekou? Sekou always put it up, and then everybody get it up there. Don't just sit there and think that people, yes, we can help you, we can give you, but there are other people who want to give. So, and then I believe that, and thank you very much for everything from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good day. Today is Friday, TGF, Friday, TGF. And thank God it's Friday, TGFM. Yeah. So drive safely and be careful out there. The world is a dangerous place now. Everywhere is not safe. Nowhere is safe. You know. So I love you all and bye for now. We got an election to win. And let me put this last thing up here for you guys to see. Let me put this up for you to see. Okay. Happy birthday to all our December born. My son's birthday is this month. And my second son, the man who want to be a football star, his name is Munel Kishen, the third. And his birthday is on the 5th of September. And I want to say, and to every one of you who were born in September, and the September surprise, this is a September surprise. And please don't go away. Don't go away. For those of you that have not listened to Prince Johnson, this is what Prince Johnson.
What is your problem? Then you on the radio on me. Hey, my brother, what I do? You gotta change. Because you alone, your boss cannot cover the whole again. We're fighting for you. Equals our mama. Nimba will win at the old battle the park. I will make up people for Kalusi. And we did it. We are fighting for you. We're begging you people. If you make the man disgrace, it will be good for you. We are turning to the man against our prayer for you to produce vice president. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. The woman is old. He take Kun to be vice president. When we win, then I could be doing the job for you. Can you go everywhere? No. But I want you to be careful. We are fighting for Nimba. Ephesians 6:8. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 8. They say, whatever good you do to anyone, it is God who pay you. Because God knows that people you do good to are the very people sometimes who can stab you. So the Lord said, I will take care of it. So for the sake of our country, this man is now I went through night, sleepless night. I suffered day and night for 4-5 months, making the arrangement. They put Yomi Kanga Lauren one side. She was to be the running mate to the man. And Costa there. Today, they push everybody one side and take Kun. Ephesians 6:8.
I know few days ago, I think I had a...
So I supported Joseph Parker, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired.
Okay.
Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him pamper. Every day I gotta buy a pamper. There's a man who bought me pamper before. I'm buying pamper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest. Find some.
You see, that's what Prince Johnson is saying, and he listens to Jeremiah Combe. There's another tip where Prince Johnson cursing the old man, saying that the old man is ungrateful and George will save his life and whatsoever. So all these things here we know, but no other person can change our country but Alex Cummings. No other person. So let me just
Bati, Alexander Cummings, Bati.
no, not that. I need another song.
If I join your party. I say, Ricky, how coming, frustration coming. CPP coming with fire. Corona and retire. Just see the way we do yellow bone. There's nothing that there's nothing that
when Alex Cummings become president, party struggle finish. Government officials will stop stealing our country money. Common people starving, daily leaders having party. We've been praying for better days, but things just getting nasty. CPP coming, politicians run for political weapon and funny. Retire was stopping, the hour is down. Alex Cummings spending the money. The citizens poor, but the country is rich. Responsible leader with 40 for change. Phase 1 and Phase 2, take over the mansion and handle the key.
I say, I got that boy. Superman, I got to wake up. Celebrating Mary, making for the winning day. When the sun come show his face, you tell me who can show that face. I say we're taking over, CPP taking power. And then the leader team, they still want to favor it. People gotta give me opposition, getting confusing. Hey, CPP coming with fire. Corona and retire. Just see the way we do yellow bone. There's nothing that there's nothing that